Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to be making some 2 freezer meals. I'm making them for a friend of my mom's. Lady at our church is very sick, and she has 4 kids at home and her husband, so everyone's kind of taking turns just making things for them to take for dinner. So my day is Tuesday, but work is like really crazy right now for me, so I may not be able to get there in time for dinner. So what I'm doing today is I'm cooking them an extra meal just in case there's like, don't mind my decorating mess back there. But just in case there's like a lapse in people that can get food to them or whatever, I've just made them a second dinner. I'm gonna make them a second dinner so they can have it just in case in the freezer. So I'm gonna make like a regular like pasta with meat sauce bake. And then I'm gonna make something that's like a cowboy something, casserole something. I'll link that recipe below. But yeah, so they're gonna be 2 freezer meals. I've gotten some sides to go with them, so I will obviously show you that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get cooking. Okay, so first things first, I'm showing you what's gonna be going into this dish here, the baked pasta. It's just gonna be like a regular meat sauce with some baked pasta in there, put some cheese and all that jazz. So I will show you guys obviously how I do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and also be doing this tater tot cowboy casserole situation, which I think the kids are really gonna love. I've never had it before, but it seems super kid friendly. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start browning up my ground beef. I kind of want to assemble these like at the same time so I can get everything out the door ready to go and packed up so I could drop it off at their house later today. But yeah, so I will show you guys my progress and what I'm doing, and let's go ahead and get started making these 2 freezer meals. Okay, so I've got my peppers and onions chopped up for both dishes. I've got 2 of my 1-pound things of ground beef in 2 pans. I'm not gonna season it like too much like I normally do because it's a family, like, you know, with kids and stuff, and I just don't know how much of whatever seasoning they're gonna like. So I'm just gonna use this nature seasoned. It's just like I think it's just garlic, onion, salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna use that for the meat here and the veggies, and that'll be probably it as far as my seasonings go, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and brown this up. I've got my pans on medium high and brown that up. Once that's browned, I'm gonna go ahead and get my veggies in, and then I'll catch up with you guys after that. Alright, so I've got everything in these 2 pans right now. The onions and the peppers, and the onions and the peppers. This right pan, sorry for all this, is a, this is going to be for the pasta bake, and then this is going to be for the cowboy thing or whatever, the tater tot thing. I'm going to link it in the bottom so you know what it's actually called. But yeah, so as soon as these soften up to where I want them, I really want to cook them down because, like I said, there are kids eating this, and I know children don't really love a ton of veggies in their food. They said the kids weren't really picky, but, you know, just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to cook these down quite a bit and get them really nice and soft. And then I'm going to add in some tomato sauce to this pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my cream of mushroom and my mushroom gravy packet to this pan. And then once that's all mixed in and warmed through, I'm going to add in my corn, and then that should be it for this pan. And then once this is like, you know, getting to a real nice simmer, I'm going to chop up some spinach in there kind of finely just to try to get a little more veggie power in there for the little growing children. And yeah, so then that'll be it for these 2. This will be ready to start assembling, so I'll show you guys how I assemble this first. And while I'm assembling that, this will get a chance to cook and meld and do all that. I still have to boil my noodles, so that is where I'm at right now. All right, so we are at that point where everything is nice and softened and cooked down. I'm gonna go ahead and add in this cream of mushroom soup to here. The recipe doesn't say anything about like putting any water or anything, but there's like so much still left in here that I'm gonna add a little bit of water to kind of try to get it out. And so the directions say to just kind of mix this in. Look at me following directions for once in my life. Can you tell how out of my league I am with this recipe? And it's so simple, but I didn't grow up eating like a lot of American food, so when it's like food like this, it makes me a little nervous, and I just want to make sure that I do it right and that they're happy with the food. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water to this, like I said, and get that in there. I'm also gonna add in my tomato sauce here. And I'll fill this up about halfway with water and get that in there as well. So these two are getting a trip to the sink, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix everybody together. Once I've gotten the rest of the soup in here, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the corn. So you'll see me do that, and then I'll let that cook for just a little bit longer, and I'll start layering that, and that's where I will meet you next. All right, so I added it in there. I had to get the baby of this one to really get everything out of there. My Lord, I don't usually cook with cream of mushroom, so was not familiar with how difficult it is to get it out of the pan, but I think this is all we're gonna really be getting for now. I'm a little concerned with the amount of water in here already. So we're just gonna pray that this all comes together and looks the way it should look. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, mix this in, put the corn in here, and I will meet you guys at the pan to assemble this first casserole. Alright guys, so I'm about to assemble this first casserole, the Tater Tot Casserole dish. I'm wearing gloves because this is not my food, I'm making it for somebody else. I'm just going to layer it. It's going to go half the meat mixture goes on the bottom, then I'm going to add in some cheese, and then I layer it again with another piece of meat, another layer of meat mixture, which should be the rest. Top it with my tater tots, top it with more cheese, and then it's ready to be sealed up for the freezer. Okay, so I have finished layering this up. I've got some plastic wrap on her, and then I'm gonna do a double foil seal on here. And I think that that should be good as far as setting it up for the freezer. And I will write some directions on a Post-it and put it on there, but that'll come later. And I'm gonna go ahead and get to my pasta dish because my water is boiling and that will come together also super quick. So I will meet you guys back here in just a few minutes. All right, so I have drained my pasta and I put it in the pan with some sauce. Most of the sauce, I did keep a little bit to the side so I can have a nice layer over top before I add the cheese, so that way the pasta doesn't get dried out in the freezer or when they bake it in the oven. So I am going to go ahead and put the pasta in here, slap some gloves on, put my sauce and my cheese on, and that should be done too. All right, guys, so we are done here. I went ahead and I just got these two things. I got some garlic toast for the baked pasta and a huge bag of California blend vegetables. So it's like carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. They can split that for each night that they eat one of these. So I just got the resealable bag for them. And so we got the Tater Tot Casserole and the baked pasta, and that was it. And it only took me about an hour and a half. So that was pretty good timing. I mean, for 2 meals to kind of knock it out of the park. But anyway, they were super easy to put together. You guys saw all the steps, not a big deal. So yeah, if you know somebody in need, this was so easy to do and it'll help them for at least 2 nights this week or next week or whenever they choose to use them because they are freezer meals. But yeah, do something nice. It makes you feel good. I feel good doing this. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a blessed week. Bye.